Hello out there, everyone joining us live on YouTube, or those of you watching the rebroadcast. Jersey Joe, I am live in Las Vegas, and you for more bar talk here on The Brew. And those of you who follow us on social media, you already know what the question is going to be this week, but if you don't, I'll remind you anyhow. As a kid growing up, what was your favorite thing to do on the playground? What was the best ride, the best thing to do? What did you have fun with while you were a kid in school? It's fun to have a flashback sometimes to the better days of childhood right now, and that's what we're doing here on The Brew. Joel over there live in Vegas. So what was your favorite thing about the playground when you were a kid?
All right, so I like this specific thing. It was like the monkey bars, but it was kind of like a little, it was like made out of the same like bars and shit, but it was like a little half dome, and you kind of like could jump in, and then some of them were like blocked off. It was something like you would see in McDonald's, except for that little half dome with all the bars going every direction got a lot of kids hurt, and I think someone broke their arm. So most of us just redirected our attention to the swings. So the swings, simple and plain. It's an easy one. You could kill a lot of time. I'm going with swings.
Ooh, I love swings. Would be my number one answer. I would run for the swings when I would, get out there because there wasn't enough swings on our playground when I grew up in the country. So you had to go and like try to hoard them as much as you can and save them for your friends. So swings is number one answer. But my other one is the sliding board. But back when I went to school in the 80s, the slides were way higher. I mean, they were like good 14, 15 feet up in the air. So if you fell off and really got hurt. And the thing is, though, now they also made them a little bit more flimsy. So they put this like dome on top of ours. Well, I whacked my head on it like in fourth grade. I still have a scar on my forehead to this day. Because, back in those days, playgrounds were far more dangerous and nobody sued the school when your kids got hurt. And kids on my playground got hurt all the time. That happened where you go to school, like kids always getting banged up, going to the hospital, messed up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, both of our answers involved someone getting seriously injured. That's the funny part. You just mentioned how, like, back in the day, parents didn't sue. Well, now you see why they sue.
And what's right about that? So just for the hell of it, in preparation of this web show, I zoomed down on Google Maps in my old elementary school, and the playground is completely different. It all looks like little
tape or some shit.
Yeah, little low-level safe rides. You're not falling off of things. So, definitely things aren't made with lead paint either. So, yeah, the world has definitely changed now. But Joel, our viewers had a lot of great answers. So let's hit up some of your suggestions. So what was some of your favorite things to do in a playground? Let's go, because Bronx Bomber 46 says, always the swing. Basic, I know, but still a huge fan. I agree with that. It's Brian 25, the swings. I would try to land far by jumping off the swing while in the air. Hey, Joel, I did the same thing. That's one thing. You try to get that damn thing up as high as you could and then jump. And, most of the time you're successful, but other times if you landed wrong, well, there went an ankle.
Yeah, you do it one time when you roll over your ankle, and then you're like, yep, that was fun. That's in the past.
One time I actually jumped off into a girl I was dating. When I tried to jump in her arms, I ended up knocking her over, and then that ended that relationship right there. That was, again, I was like 9. So, a little bit different, but fun story nonetheless. Mike F325, he says, Mary Hill, such a thrill after dark at Cherry Hill Park. I think Mike F325 was doing some adult things on the playground. Rock for Guitar says, illegal open fire hydrants with tin cans open on both ends. Spray the bastard. Well, hold on here because I know for a fact that Rock for Guitar went to New York City public schools and went into the New York City playgrounds back when they were really rough in the 80s. Probably not too different from what we have now. So in addition to like dodging fire hydrants, I'm sure he's also dodging like muggers and crack pipes.
Cool. Okay.
April G702, she says, the chin-up bar. Get up there, do some cherry drops. Hope you don't break your nose. Love fun times. But first time up there, I fell on my back and lost my air. It's always great when you lose your air. Millennials don't know what I'm talking about. They never drank from the hose outside either. Joel, did you ever lose your air? You know what she's talking about?
I never had a problem with, like, hair or anything, so...
I mean, I fell on the playground, too, and got the wind knocked out of me, but not to that level. And yes, I drank out of the hose, too, and we had a really bad water fountain in our elementary school playground as well. And because we were on a strip mine, like, you would drink it, and you were drinking, like, pure iron. I'm sure it's absolutely toxic. That's something that you don't want your kids having a beverage from this day and age. You went to the school in the city, though, so you didn't have to worry about these kind of third-world problems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty much the same. A lot of it's the same. There was no crack pipes. I mean, we're from 10 different years apart as well, so there's a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah, crack pipes are still the same, though, I think.
Joe, did you ever play with Pokemon cards or marbles?
I do know of them. I was a little, past the Pokemon card thing, but, yeah, I know of them.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
When I was in elementary school, we had garbage pail kids cards. This is okay. I just dated myself now. Do you know what those are?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
I mean, they were stupid. By today's standards, it was like, okay, just these mutated kids you'd put on cards, and of course, parents threw a fit. They got banned, and it was just weird. We'll put it that way. Let's get back to some real answers, though. Like Nicole, she says, oh, the merry-go-round. The Warlock Weirdo, he's got the final answer. Roundabout was my favorite. One leg out, pushing until you couldn't push no more. Spinning wheel of dizzy. Both roundabout and merry-go-round are often synonyms for carousel. Now, my playground that I went to school with didn't have one of those, but I know what he's talking about. Those are a lot of fun. You get nice and dizzy. Great times.
Yeah, I remember going on those as a kid. But that definitely has to be one that, like your old elementary school or whatever, that's probably no longer very popular due to safety concerns.
No. You know what, though? Now that we're adults, like, you can get that same experience by just having a few shots of whiskey, and then you want to be all dizzy and tipsy. As an adult, same answer.
Yeah, and go to the fair. Get on the little spinny, what are those, the little teacup things that spin around really fast?
Or the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah.
Go for that.
So, all right, this definitely brought back some memories on this show. I haven't thought about the playground in years, but this was kind of like some fun, nostalgic talk. It was a little escape this week, and it's part of the fun you'll find here, the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. So click that like, subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you very much, and tell your friends too about all the fun we have here. So yeah, it's interesting. And the nice thing is, Joel, like, I still have some scars and stuff on me, that went through the adult life. So it's almost like back in the day, like it was a rite of passage to get hurt on the playground.
Yeah. Just like it's a rite of passage, like it was in the Three Stooges. It was like it's been phased out, It was kind of like a cool thing back in the day.
Yeah, nice. And then once you become an adult, you move on to like liquor and all that kinds of other stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
And all your injuries occur down escalators or, in a hotel room in Mexico.
There is one, yes, yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's one final thought, too, like, they do make adult playgrounds. Now, like, when I was in Vegas last time, you took me to the one down off of Fremont Street, and I was, like, riding around, I did that live stream thing on it, the little slides going down, and it's actually built for adults, like people our size to go on, so there still is a demand for that kind of thing, even as you grow up.
Adult Disneyland right here, Vegas.
What a great, happy little place it is, too. All right, great, happy little place here on Jersey 50 YouTube channel, Jersey Joe, Eye on the Box, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time I hope.